Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time watching one of my videos. Hi, my name is James, and today I'm going to be telling you 22 things that I've learned at 22, because I am now 22. I didn't want to be 22, I just want to stay 21 forever. Like, was that so much to ask for? But here we are, I'm 22, and I'm going to be giving you my life's wisdom. So without further ado, let's get into this. And I've done out a list. So we're going to start at the top and work our way to the bottom and run through 22 things I've learned at 22. Okay, don't trust everyone you meet. This one is a big one for me because I'm a very trustful person. Like, I just trust anyone. It's one of my faults, because when you're in the real world and you start to realize that you can't trust everyone you meet, because you get stabbed in the back, you have people saying bad things about you behind your back, and then if you're sharing too much information, people use that information against you. So that's something I've learned in the past few years, that not to trust everyone you meet. Second thing I've learned at this age is to treat yourself. And it's okay to treat yourself. And don't feel bad for treating yourself, because you work hard. Well, I work hard. I keep forgetting that it's 22 things I've learned by 22. So I'm not a stranger to treating myself. I treat myself quite often because I do work majority of the time. Like, at the minute, before this pandemic hit, I was working 7 days a week, 5 days in my actual job, and then the weekends I was doing my interior design business, and then all the hours after work, like 6, 7 till 11, 12, I was doing YouTube. So I'd really be working like 24/7, and treat myself as a way to kind of almost like reward myself for working hard, even though it's so like sick, because I probably shouldn't be doing that much hours, but like, also like it's stuff that I enjoy doing, so like I didn't really feel like work. Basically, don't be afraid to treat yourself. Now obviously don't go bankrupt doing it, like, to an extent, like buy yourself a box of chocolates or something, who knows what it is. Another thing I've learned at this age is not everyone's going to like you, and that's something that, like, I feel like everyone knows, but like also I feel like it really hit me the past couple of years that like not everyone, because I'm a person that I'm a very friendly person. I get along with most people I meet. I know people I don't vibe with, because I don't know, I can sense energies, and if someone has I can sense almost if someone doesn't really like me, because I'm probably a very annoying person, but like thank God there's people in this world who do like me. But like that's something that I've learned, not everyone's going to like you. And then also stemming from that is you can't, don't try to make everyone like you. Like, so don't tailor your life around in a way to make people like you. Just live your life for yourself, and there's going to be people who like you and there's going to be people who don't, and this is something you have to deal with. Another thing I've learned is that it's better to have a small group of friends, but a small group of friends that have your back and you can be yourself around, and you just get along really well. You're like a close group of friends. It's better to have a small group than a large group of friends where you don't really feel like you have a place, and then you're closer with some of them than you are other ones, and there's more kind of pitching that goes on, I feel like, in bigger groups. So like I think it's better to have a small group of friends, and that's one thing I've learned. The fifth thing I've learned is that your opinion matters. No matter what anyone says, that your opinion does matter. I know when there's, especially in the past couple of years, when I've kind of gone out on my own and started my own kind of doing my own interior design and like doing YouTube and like working as a stylist for this amazing company, I've learned to not always hold back my ideas, but to shoot them out there, because that's what in my field, that's what I'm being paid to do, is to give my opinion and to create things, and your opinion matters. And even if it's a case where someone is like, no, I don't think so, your opinion is still valid. So if you're in like a setting where there's a few of you kind of spitballing ideas for let's say for example a school project, and you're kind of like, oh, I don't know, like, is my idea stupid? Is it like, will it work? Probably won't. I'll just keep it to myself. Your opinion is valid. Like, that could be the idea that brings everything together. You don't know that until you throw it out there. And it's happened to me loads of times. Like, a lot of times I'll try ideas and they'll be like, it just won't work. But like, or I'll do something and it won't work out. But like, at least you've done it and you said it. Also, everyone has insecurities. Another thing I've learned is that if I want something bad enough, I will get it. This could be career-wise, financially wise, materialistically wise. I've learned that if I want it bad enough, I'll find a way somehow of getting it or obtaining it. Everyone's path is different. The 9th thing that I've learned is that college isn't for me, and it's not for everyone, which is really funny because it's something that's pushed down everyone's throats in school, is that college is the next step, and that's how you get a successful life, and that's how you get a good job, is college, a degree, a piece of paper. That's what's shoved down everyone's throats. And I done college, I done a PLC, and I done, well, I didn't finish my bachelor's degree because I just knew it wasn't for me. I done 2 years of it, and them 2 years were the worst, like, yeah, educational wise. Like, I just didn't like being in the place where I was. I didn't get along with the lecturers. I didn't like how the course was taught. I felt like it was a lot more of pushing down. They'd push you down instead of lifting you up, because I feel like in interior design and design, there's no really wrong way to design a space. There's a few kind of guidelines, like how high to hang a curtain or how high to hang your TV. Like, there's a few kind of guidelines, but like, I wouldn't necessarily say the rules. Like, if you can find a different way of doing it and it looks good, well then I don't see anything wrong with that. So I learned that way. I learned the hard way that college isn't for me, by going and doing it. Like, if you know that you're not going to like college, don't do it. Or do like a 1-year course or something just to get the feel of it, instead of committing yourself to like thousands on accommodation and student expenses and application fees and everything. Just do a year of a course and then test the waters and see if it's for you or not. Personally, it wasn't for me. One thing that I really realized in the past few years is that I'm very blessed. Like, I'm not the richest person in the world, or the most good-looking person in the world, or the kindest person in the world, or I haven't achieved amazing things yet. I know that. But I do know that I'm very blessed because I have an amazing family. I am healthy. I have amazing friends, and I have a good job. And it's something that I realized over the past few years, that like, not everyone has a stable family and a nice family and good friends. Like, no, not everyone has someone who they have just to come to and like talk to. Get your driving license ASAP, like as soon as you possibly can, because it's only going to become a burden down the line. Get it now, ASAP. Go on, at the store, go get your driving license, quick. Something else I've learned in these 22 years of mine is that nothing happens overnight, and this one was a real struggle for me to wrap my head around, because I always assumed that if you click your fingers, things will happen, but it's not like that. Like YouTube, I thought, oh yeah, a year, it'll be fine, and I'll get my name out there, my business will be booming. But no, it's not. Like, everything happens in its own time, and that's something I really had to like grasp and understand, because I'm not a very patient person. Like, I'm sorry, that's being generous to me. I'm not a patient person, like, at all. I like things happen fast and now, and if I want something online, it kills me to have to wait for it to actually arrive. But that's just something I've had to deal with. You know, I had to get better at with patience and knowing things don't happen overnight. There's a lot of lazy people in this world, and that's something you're all gonna learn when you go out into the world, is that there's a lot of lazy people in this world. Not everyone is as driven or as passionate about everything as you are, and it's just how it is. Another thing that I've learned more so in the past, past year-ish, year and a half-ish, is that your age does matter. Your age sometimes, or a lot of times, outweighs your talent or your skill. And ageism is a real thing, and that's just one of the shitty facts about this world. There's countless times when I've been doing projects and I wouldn't be taken seriously because of my age. I'd go in when I was doing the kitchen, especially when I was doing the kitchen. That was a big one where I was questioned because of what age I was. I remember when I went in with the plans for the kitchen, it was, they took them, they said they'd get me back to me with a price, and then they came back with a whole new design. And I got the plans and I went somewhere else, because that's something I do not stand for, is ageism. It's a real thing. I've learned to say no, because I'm a very yes person. If someone wants to do something, sure. Like if someone, like I've, especially as well in business terms, you know, there's a few times where I've taken on a project but didn't really want to take it on because I didn't feel like it was right for me, like whether it be picking out colors for someone or just like more sort of smaller things like that, when I wouldn't really have time to do it, but I'd say yes because I want to let someone down. But I've learned now to say no. Don't overthink things. Don't overanalyze. Don't let your mind run 50 million miles over something. It's one of the, because I am the biggest and overanalyzer and overthinker, like, which really holds you back, by the way, because if you overthink something too much, you'll almost put the negative thing into motion. Getting out of your comfort zone is one of the best things you can do, because to be honest, it's very detrimental to stay in your comfort zone, because when you go outside of it, you are open to more experiences and you learn a lot more. If you're too scared to go for a job position because you're it's out of your comfort zone, you're scared about the workload, and then you don't know if you're going to be good enough to do it, go do it, like, because you will surprise yourself. Like, if you're open to new challenges and new opportunities, more opportunities will come your way, and you'll only be thanking yourself then for pushing yourself. Always have goals or a goal in your life, like whether it be to be married with kids, or to have your own empire, or to lose 10 pounds. I think it's really important, and I've learned that whenever I have a goal and something that I'm working towards and almost living towards, it kind of makes you want to get up every day and work towards it. More money, more problems is an actual thing. I used to laugh at this thing because I thought, like, how could you have more problems if you have more money? Surely if you have more money, you can balance out your problems. But the reason that I realized it's a real thing is because as you start to succeed, your problems become a lot more upfront. Like, if you get a pay rise in work, woo, okay, I'm gonna finally get my car that I've always wanted. Boom, that's more car payments, that's a higher insurance, that's more tax. You start making more money at work, that's more tax that you have to pay then. You move out and you find your own place, that's rent, that's more liability. You know, there's a lot more things and problems and burdens that come with succeeding, which is really funny because I think there's like a kind of midway point between, you know, how you were before, then the kind of midway point before you're actually at your goal. And I feel like your midway point is where it's like a balance between your not as financially stable self and your more financially stable self. Like, you're kind of almost there, but you're still not, because you're not making enough to have a lot of disposable income, but you're also making more, so you do have a bit more disposable income, but you still have more bills, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, if that makes any sense. I really don't think it does, but like, that's something I've learned, is that, you know, more money, more problems. It's okay not to have your shit together all the time. I am someone who always needs to have a plan and a routine and make progress, and I've learned that it's okay to not always have a plan and a routine, and to sleep in, and, you know, not to have your shit together all the time, because I feel like it's something that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do, is to always have our shit together, which is very unhealthy mindset, because it's impossible. It's impossible to have your shit together all the time. Even people who have 50 assistants, they're still have days where they're just not feeling it, where they're feeling a bit more down than usual. Like, it's just human nature. And finally, what I've learned in these past 22 years is that you don't measure your success to someone else's, because that's going to make you severely depressed. Like, you can't pin yourself against other people or compare your life to other people's lives, because no one's life is how it seems. So like, someone might look like they have it all together on the outside, but truly on the inside they don't. And that's something you'll come to realize as you get older. Okay guys, that's 22 things I've learned at 22. I really hope you can take away something from this video. I mean, I don't know how you're gonna like this video or not, like, so please do let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this, if you watched the full thing, or did you exit off 2 points down the list. But I'd love to know. With that being said guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, also hit that little notification bell to be notified when I upload. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.